Hello Aquarius, how's it going? We are here with a timeless reading. Before we get started, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. I'm seeing you thinking something over. May have needed some time to yourself because it seemed like it was something that sort of needed to be, you needed to be present to this. And it may have not been something that like sort of came to you immediately. It could have been something that took a minute. You also may sort of be gravitating towards like specifically the people that you feel supported by, the people that you feel are particularly empowering. Just in general. Okay. This was coming through in the pre-shuffle. There's something that you've been thinking about. Starting off with the Hermit, I see the first card coming out in the tarot read as being like the theme of what's going on. This means that it's time to disconnect. This means that it's time to unplug. For those of you with Gemini placements, this may be more of a struggle because Gemini is about taking in information and doing things with that. And so for you to sort of not can feel in some ways like the bane of your existence. Or for those of you that have placements in the 3rd house, you can feel like this too. And also the 10th house as well. Anyway, back to the reading. Starting off with the Hermit means that there's something that you need to reflect on independently. There can also be something that you're researching where you're like, I want to do my own research on this. I don't want to just like take this other person's word for it. I want to reflect on how I feel about it. This can also be you taking something and checking in with self, like, does this really resonate with me? Or like, I got this health advice, like, how do I feel about that? You know, stuff like that, where you want to not be persuaded by other people's opinions or other people's energy. And this means that it's going to give you the time that you need to reflect on this to really get a sense of what you're feeling, what you're thinking. I'm seeing this also be the easy part. It may have just, the hard part may have been actually you making the time to do this. Because the answer's right here. So you find exactly what you're looking for when you do that. Whatever clarity this was or answer, as soon as you go into Hermit mode, you find it. For some of you, this has to do with a relationship. Ooh, and taking a leap of faith. The Fool. I'm hearing gravitate. Yeah, something can be calling to you. There can be a chance that you're going to take on something, maybe ready to explore. I'm seeing you explore, though, in a sort of like mindful way. This thing that's calling to you, it may sort of take you out of your habit or out of your routine a bit. Like there's something that you may feel like, oh, I feel very safe when I'm here. But the Fool is calling to you being like, hey, like let's switch it up today. Let's do something differently today. But there may be a part of you that's like, I like my routine. I don't know about that. But I'm seeing it kind of be like a fun or interesting thing. It's like an adventure of some sort with the Fool. But it can require like a risk that you may feel a little bit weary of. But like if you were totally against this, I don't think that it would be on your radar in this way. And because it's on your radar, this may be about you sort of getting outside of yourself and maybe a bit outside of your comfort zone. Yeah, maybe somebody For some of you, someone's encouraging you to try something new, or like they want to do something new with you. But you may be like, I don't know about that. That's not what I'm used to. It's like that sort of thing. It has to do with you and a person, but maybe you don't feel like you fully trust them. That can be why. Weren't we just talking about Gemini? I have Gemini here. Virgo, Uranus, Gemini. I'm looking at Pisces on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, okay, so if this were like somebody that I'm seeing a couple different things here, which makes sort of this mix of energy interesting. You're like evaluating something about your relationship and maybe like whether or not you're ready to like take a leap of faith with this person. But I'm also seeing this part of you be really not on board because there's something specifically about the dynamic between you and this person that's having you feel very guarded. Coming back to this thing where we're talking about different energies though, this is like somebody that you may be in like an actual relationship with officially, but like you don't trust them for some reason. It's like this person is asking you to do a trust fall and you're like, no, not with you. But you would think that you would trust this person because you're in a relationship with them. You're in something with them. When I say defensive, I mean you feel like you need to protect yourself with this person. Like you don't feel like you're safe to be completely vulnerable with them. But I'm not seeing it come out in a way where you have a closed heart chakra. That's not what I'm seeing. It's more so like you probably have like reasons why you don't feel trusting of this person, or like why you're not getting completely vulnerable with them. Maybe you're just also like intimidated as well. Like something feels a little bit like new or different than what you're used to. I'm also hearing exposed to. I'm seeing a lily pad here. Can't wait to get more detail. Need to know what's going on here. Yeah, this would be like a new chapter with you and this person. So you already have an established relationship with this person, but it's like about a new chapter with them. For some of you, you're moving. I'm hearing moving house. For some of you, you may be moving in with them. For some of you, like you just got married, I'm seeing. Or something along the lines of that. Yeah, I'm seeing like decorations and stuff, like housewarming sort of things. But this can be, for some of you it's literal, but for some of you it's like metaphorical, because I'm seeing also stuff about like holidays and I don't know, just something that feels very official. But things may be, I don't know, you still may be feeling things out with you and this person. Something about the dynamic that you feel unsure about still. So maybe you're physically on board or physically going through the motions, but emotionally and spiritually you may actually be in a different place. And maybe that's why you're going into hermit mode, to think about all of this stuff, because it seems like things are sort of transpiring. I'm seeing you butting heads with this person also. I'm seeing a ram here. Aries placements. Okay, so somebody's coming through and being like, hey, I have something for you. Do you want it? But you'd be required to do something you don't normally do. Like there may be some, it feels like there's a risk involved in this that like you would need to, it would require you putting your faith in this. But I'm seeing your guides be like, wanting you to understand why you're reacting in the way that you are. Because you may be feeling weird about, like, the way that you're reacting to something, but it may be, like, more appropriate than you realize for the situation. Like, you could be like, why am I feeling this way? Or, like, why can't I let them in? But there's actually, like, a legitimate reason here. But you may not be completely aware of that yet. Because it seems like once you realize, with the Hanged Man here, once you realize something, it's like, it feels like you could have been walking metaphorically, like, towards the edge of a cliff, and you're about to snap out of it and be like, oh, like, I almost jumped down there, or almost, like, fell down there. I'm seeing something like that, where you, like, wake up out of something and, I don't know, you're, like, hyper aware of everything around you. It's almost like you were, like, sleepwalking, and then you get woken up out of it, and I'm seeing you kind of snap into, like, seeing everything around you, and you're just, like, it feels like one of those moments. But you weren't seeing something, you weren't realizing something, and something had, like, been continuing, but I'm seeing you wake up here. But you may have, like, almost done something that potentially you could have seen this as in retrospect, you could have been like, wow, that would have been very foolish of me. Like, that would have been too big of a risk. And it would have been, like, not one that had, like, a high chance that things would work out my way. Okay, you're gonna make the right choice. It seems like just in the nick of time you realize something that you needed to realize, and it helps you know what to do. I'm seeing it be specifically connected with you and this person. For some of you, it has to do with a trip, it has to do with traveling, it can have to do with moving, or just somewhere that your relationship is going with this person. So I'm seeing you in hermit mode, reflecting on the new beginning that you have with this person. I'm seeing what looks like a pretty, like, standard relationship here, and I'm seeing there be a conversation about how one is feeling. Hold on, I need to pull more cards. There's something here that it has not, like, fully come out yet. It's like somebody wants you to do something, but you don't trust them. Like, somebody could be trying to get you to commit to something, but there's an issue. It's not with the environment, it's between you and this person. The issue is specifically about your dynamic with this person. And that's why you may not be fully on board with this. And there's something about, like, needing to really reflect on this. But it's like, until you realize something that needs to be realized, it's going to be difficult to make the choice that needs to be made. But I want to, like, reassure you that in the end, you're going to make the right choice. In the end, you are going to, like, come out on top of this situation. So I don't know what exactly your process is going to be as you move through this, but you're going to make the right choice at the end. But yeah, there was, like, it's this vibe of you sleepwalking through something, and then you wake up and you realize what had been going on, and you were, like, this close to, like, maybe getting stuck in something, or just, like, something that you couldn't really reverse out of, that you would have had to, like, go the rest of the way with. It's like that sort of thing. This feels like it's all connected with, like, a commitment of some sort. Okay, so this is somebody that you know, but you don't trust them. Historically, something happened with this person. I'm seeing a cockroach. You're like trying to maneuver through your relationship that you have with this person, but I'm seeing it just be very like hard to move through because of all of the history that you have with them. It's like, how do we maneuver through that? Yeah, it's like you're trying to make plans with this person, trying to figure out just like the whole system of your connection and relationship with them, trying to make a plan, trying to figure out what you want. So this is not somebody new, in case you guys were wondering. Like, this is somebody that you've had a couple rounds with them. You have to prioritize you and what you want. Because for some of you, you've been like prioritizing the relationship over what you actually want. And those may be two different things, actually. Or they may not be 100% compatible. I'm seeing engage for change here. Yeah, it's something big about realizing what you want, but you may have not realized this before. And I'm seeing something also like coming to light about your connection with this person. Move into working things out in a way that you hope to, in a way that you want to. So yeah, you're like trying to balance your connection with this person, and maybe make a plan with them about like what both of you guys want, but you have to realize and reflect and think about what you want before you can sort of bring that to the table with them. But that's what's going to help you work with this person. Meaning, if you don't check in about what you want, how are you going to know, like, if you guys are creating something together that you want, if, like, you're not bringing your side of things into it? Because maybe this person is like, I want this or I want that. And so this is about you bringing your side into things, but you have to reflect on your side first in order to know. But then I'm seeing you be able to work with this person, whoever they are. Yeah, there's something here about making an investment, but I'm seeing things, I'm hearing times be stressful. There can be like a big purchase for some of you that you're going to be making, or like a big investment that you're thinking about. But you want to make sure that it like meets your expectations. This may not be something you jump into immediately. I feel like we're hopping all over the place. Yeah, I'm hearing make a decision for you. So it does seem like this is all coming back to you and yourself. This just feels like this. I'm seeing Pisces again on the bottom of the deck. I'm also looking at the Sun. I'm looking at Gemini, Cancer, Neptune, Virgo. I'm hearing Pisces again, and also Uranus. I see this like the biggest thing here that's being focused on, especially over here, like for those of you that have Earth in your chart or are connected like with your Earth houses, there's something about something about your history that's coming to light that's going to help you figure out and prioritize yourself. And it's going to help you figure out a plan that needs to be made that's like not going to take long. I'm seeing this planning process be very, very fast because you immediately are like, oh, that's that thing that I want. And it has to do with like you working with someone or working things out with someone or collaborating with someone. So it pushes you immediately into an interaction that you want to be having, we can say, in the most simple of ways. But I'm also seeing that there's still like a lot of stuff under wraps right now that has not fully come to light, but it's just not time for that. All right, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.